So, finally, the reign of terror is over and LA Knight is the US champion again. Why did they give Shinsuke the championship if they didn't have any plan for him? Like, he had a good gimmick that they could have, easily booked, but I don't know, maybe they had an aneurysm or something. A title which honestly LA should have never lost because he was finally putting the US title on track. Not that he was like making it the most valuable title, but at least a title that people are fighting over. He had a great promo earlier in the night, also kind of, goofing on Jacob Fatu because, Jacob Fatu got choke slammed by Braun Strowman. Let's talk about that. Braun Strowman and Solo Sikoa had a match, which was a match. It ended in disqualification because Tamatonga came. Braun beat him and Solo Sikoa up, and when Jacob came, they just vanished. They didn't get beat up like they were supposed to vanish, but they vanished. Then you had a brawl between Jacob and Braun Strowman. It's just that even the choke slam looked a little bit iffy to me on the tables. It was fine, of course. They had Jacob getting up after getting choke slammed off the tables to protect him even before, like, he missed a little bit of the suicide dive too, but they immediately went to the choke slam or the announce table also, and he also got up quick from that. I just don't know when is this because it looked like they went away from the Jacob Braun feud because of Solo coming back. Now they're back on this. I hope that this feud now ends because this feud could have been something good, Jacob and Braun, but they never really went back into it after the Royal Rumble. I just hope now they have like a stipulation match. They're probably not next week, but next to next week, and Jacob wins that match, and then Jacob squashes Solo at Mania. That's what we can expect from that. Shinsuke and LA had a match which was pretty slow. First of all, this crowd sucked. Like, there were some things that happened that if they were into it more, it would not have distracted me from that moment. Like, this episode was already a pretty, like, bad show. Like, they pushed it even down further. Even the segments which were fine or were like good, because of their abject apathy. Like, over 17,000 people were here, I think, in Philly, and they did nothing. They sat on their palms. The only loudest thing I heard was them, booing their own team because they were shown in the crowd, and maybe some during the Cody segment. But apart from that, they were nothing, man. I missed the first hour because I was asleep. We are in India. Like, I slept late. I slept at like what 4, and then I woke up at 7:30. So I missed the first hour. Like, I can lay down the snippets which happened. Like, Randy had a promo where he called Cody a bottom. I don't know why people said that the crowd was not interested in Randy's promo. Why not? Then you also had, Nick Aldis kind of doing like a goofy type of segment, like explaining how the tag division is so chaotic on a board and explain what is really happening here. Pretty Deadly won a match also. Now they're the number one contenders for the tag titles. After, next week it's going to be Street Profits versus DIY. So whoever wins that match will face Pretty Deadly. I think what's probably gonna happen is next week the match ends in like a disqualification, or maybe inadvertently uh, Pretty Deadly cost Street Profits the match, and then next week or next to next week when another tag title match happens between Pretty Deadly and Ciampa and Gargano, Street Profits come out, they kind of cost it, and then you get all the other tag teams like Motor City Machine Guns, Los Garzas involved, and then maybe probably a Fatal 5 tag match, maybe a ladder match at WrestleMania for the Smackdown Tag Team Championship. First of all, the Smackdown Tag Team Championship looks awesome, and I like it. Los Garzas also lost, and we had a backstage session where a wild Almas Andrade appeared, and he essentially, told Humberto, who is Berto now, about their history, about how he deserves better. I think it's kind of good because now it can actually result into two banger tag teams because Angel and Escobar can be a tag team, and it will be better than Escobar. He's a good enough wrestler that he can go at least than being a manager for Los Garzas because he was pretty sad about it. And Berto and Andrade can work also as a good tag team, and you're adding another tag team into a already stacked tag division. It's just like it's pretty racist how like it's when you don't have anything in writing to do good for a Mexican wrestler, just put him back, either feuding with another Mexican wrestler or teaming with him or supporting him. That's what's happened in WWE. Now there was a good segment. I would probably say the highlight of the show were like two segments, which was the Cody segment and the Bianca, Jade, and Naomi segment. There you can see that there were some times where Naomi is like kind of getting emotional and Bianca's getting emotional, was kind of getting into like the cringe territory, but there were right times where they like stopped that and then they had the other back and forth between that, so you don't get a little bit more cringe out. Their acting was good still, like it really showed about how Bianca didn't skip to the ring. Naomi like was kind of gaslighting Bianca because she was saying that you have someone like a Jade here who has piggybacked on your success, and I am here who has actually supported you when you and becoming the champion with you, becoming an equal partner with you. And Naomi kind of gave three reasons about why she did what she did to Jade, because she said that she has been underappreciated. Second, she said that she did it because Bianca deserved more, and third, she did it because everyone turns on her anyways. So she did that because she wanted to be, she has been under, she wanted to be in a position of power. And like someone said on Twitter, I think it was Dr. Dre or someone, that eventually when Naomi can also bring back the thing that she left WWE because of the situation with the women's tag titles, and she turned on Jade due to the situation with the tag titles. That can also work, and you can see Bianca how she was like distraught because she said that I considered Naomi not only as a friend, as a sister. Like, how could you do this? And you can see the Bianca's emotions, and Naomi did the whole Rikishi thing, like I did it for you, I did it for The Rock, I did it for us, I did it for everyone. And you can see Naomi kind of like going berserk also uh, when Bianca was not like agreeing to her. She said that everyone turns on me whenever I start doing good. These guys turn their back on me. You turn your back on me, you ungrateful bitch. And that bitch hit. Like Naomi was legit crying. Priyanka was crying, and then she went out of the ring, and Naomi was begging her because you're leaving me because of her. Like I like that. Like I wanted that to be like someone doing that to me as a friend or as a lover maybe, but now I don't because I know I'll probably be alone for the rest of my life, and that's fine. But I have accepted that, and you know what? Accepting that is probably the best thing that can happen to me. But then Jade came out, you know, on her little jeep or something. Then she came to the ring with her music. Like someone said on Twitter, like it had the fire thing with the red coming out, like she has emerged from the fire with blood and everything. She came out and she beat Naomi's ass. And they made Jade look like a fucking star there. So there were reports about some Jade and Shayna Baszler situation which happened months ago, about how Chelsea Green was doing like you know tweets which indicated towards that situation, kind of dunking on Jade Cargill like 4 days ago. And but still, even after that, she's being presented as a freaking star, and she's a star. Let's see how she fares in their singles match. And because Naomi also tried to play up to Bianca because she was like, we don't need to care about Jade's situation. What we need to do right now is you and me going back for the tag titles and you focusing on WrestleMania. And she was trying to play up to Bianca because she was trying to show that she's the caring one. Like she just got, you know, punked up by Jade, but she's still caring about her. So you have multiple facets about why Naomi actually turned on Jade. Like, does she really care about Bianca? Is she like gone fucking crazy because of the combination of the factors that I've listed? Like, you have a lot of stuff to get into there. He also had the Cody promo. The only thing that the Cody promo as a standalone promo, I really liked it. One thing that I didn't like was I wanted him to be more aggressive, not like, my father and everything. But he was that in this promo. It's not that these lines were not good. It's just I wanted a different Cody. That's why this segment, personally for me, didn't work. But I get why it worked for everyone. And people were talking about how Cody is not gonna get cheered, Cena is not gonna get booed. Like, we were getting legit Cena sucks chants when Randy was there, Cena sucks chants when Cody was speaking, and loud cheers for Cody in the entrance. He didn't even do the woe, like his eye was fucked up, like it was like a lump there, and everything. Like Cody said when he came out that he used to be scared when he came to Philadelphia because his dad didn't get cheered, but that didn't happen from him. I liked the callback because there was a small period of time like when Damien Sandow and Cody Rhodes had their little tag partnership where they legit wanted Cody to win the Money in the Bank. When he was climbing that ladder in 2013, like people were going crazy after him. I don't remember like 2013 during that, but I remember that there were memes about Cody's mustache and all, about how people were really liking Cody. And he mentioned that happened in Philly and they cheered for him and they were with him since that day. And he also said that the Cena can probably come out in 2 weeks time and use very big words. And I'm like, man, Cody, are you looking in a mirror? Because you use big words as well, unfathomable, blah, 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 blah. You use words as well. Then and say fine speech and all. But one thing that you can never go about is that you gave up. And he did. He sold his soul to The Rock and he is not the good guy anymore. I liked how, Cody said that I am that he is like Cena in many ways, but unlike him in many ways too. That last year, when he was up with the title, he looked at him and said that the title is going to weigh on you, and he said no, the title is not weighing on me. I'm right here with the title above my head, going into WrestleMania 41. Like, unlike you think that you're the last of your kind, but I'm still here. Like showing that Cena thinks that he can be the one, like never give up, kissing the babies and all, going day in and day out, and he gave up. He thinks that doesn't work anymore, and he turns heel. That way, Cody is not him, but the way he is him is that the earlier version is that I am that. Like I maybe not be the in the like everything is not same between us, but the principle is same, that I never gave up. You eventually did, but I never gave up, and I am the face of the company. I will kiss the babies. I will go day in and day out as the Universal WWE Undisputed Champion. And that is, you want some, come get some. A great promo by Cody Rhodes. Drew McIntyre also had some stuff. He had a match with Big Jim, and he won. I thought the match would have gone a little bit more. In the end, Drew won with like a surprise claymore, and he was very happy. I missed that he attacked Damien Priest, at the start of the show. Then after the match, he wanted to beat up Jimmy Moore, but Damien attacked him, and I was like, at least let him bask in like a singles victory for a while. I get why Damien attacked him, but man, and the crowd went mild. Damien said that that you should have killed me and all. Who cares? And also you had a Randy backstage segment too, where where Carmelo and Miz were there, and they were like, I want a segment with Cody so that he can get Miss TV with Cody so that he can get his true thoughts out. And Mello was like, you know what, and Miz was like, it was the first edition of Mello is Miz TV, and Carmelo was like, I didn't agree to that, but okay, like, like if The Rock, like who refuses an offer like selling your soul to The Rock? If Rock would have, asked me, I would have sold his soul to him. Then Randy comes from the back, and he was, and he said some stuff, and Carmelo was like, and Carmelo was also talking, about Randy Orton, about how Randy just comes back after 8 months playing Fortnite, and Randy comes over back and says Fortnite is for kids, I play Elden Ring, which was like a funny thing. Like Randy Orton has changed so much over the years, like he plays video games regularly. And then it was set up that Carmelo will face Randy Orton next week in Barcelona, Spain. Like this shows that they really want Carmelo to become something, but in their current plans, like they don't really the have the space for him to become something. And also another factor is the crowd is not really into him. I like him as what his heel character is right now, but eventually we need to get him into some big stuff. I know the match probably next week is going to be good. Like Melo has had two matches with Cody, both were good, but in the end he lost. He has a pin for victory over Randy. It was a surprise draw. I hope Kevin Owens comes out next week and Carmelo actually gets a pin over Randy. Like that way, you can also further the story between Carmelo and Miz, because Miz can be like, since you have come up with me, you went to the finals of the United States Championship number one contenders tournament. You also, defeated Randy Orton. So that way, their story can continue further too. I hope that happens next week. So, that was pretty. I would say I'm glad LA is champion. The reign of terror is over. Let's hope. Let's see what happens next. I thought Aleister Black would show up here, but then what is LA Knight's feud for WrestleMania? Like maybe now Shinsuke will be permanently off TV, or maybe he goes for the title once again. I probably personally would want a multi-man match for US title, because it kind of needs that, because you have a lot of guys also here who have been involved in that title scene, and also guys here that who have nothing else to do, while you have legit singles feuds on Raw, which can be for the IC title and be enough for that. I don't know if you have enough sauce for a singles feud for the US Championship. I don't know anyone is that over for that feud. Maybe Jimmy, but Jimmy is still in that that he's slowly getting over. He's not like over right now. So a multi-man match probably for me. But let's see. Maybe Alistair will come next week or something, because I don't see LA being the US champion beyond WrestleMania. I think he's walking there as champion. He's not walking out. Let's see what happens. So that was my review for a pretty bad SmackDown, 2 out of 5 SmackDown. If you like this type of content, like, share, and subscribe. If you don't, then share it with those who do. My social media links, which are my social media links, which are my Twitter and X link /X link, and my Instagram link is in the description below. So go follow me on that. My UPI ID link, which is shabboy@okicici, is in the description also. So go donate any amount of money which you can, which can help me make YouTube a permanent career option. So that was it for me for right now. So, and also tuned for my horror animated stories reaction to today. So that was it for me for right now. Thank you. Goodbye. Aluda.